Hi. It's been a hot minute, hasn't it? No, it's been a while. It's been a very long time. Um, but I wanted to share with you why. Let me fix that. There we go. That's better. Um, I'm not prepared for this at all. I did record one other video that I wasn't happy with, so I'm gonna try again and try and keep it a bit more condensed. If that works, great. If it doesn't, I've got another 23-minute video on my hands. But basically, this channel is no longer going to be focused on gaming. Um, for a couple of reasons. I don't have as much enjoyment in gaming as I used to. As like, not to say that I don't enjoy playing video games. I still do, very much do. But I don't enjoy making content about it. Yes, I'm sharing parts of my childhood, and yes, it is, something that I grew up with and it's something that I really love. But trying to come up with commentary on the fly and then trying to figure out what game to play and all of the not so much work, but all of the little things involved with it, I couldn't keep up with it, especially with the expenses involved as well. I just couldn't keep up, which sucks. But unfortunately, that is just the nature of it. But what is happening is I am shifting over to fashion because I had a job in fashion and I really really loved it. And if you've seen my Instagram, I really do like fashion. I specifically from the 1950s because that is so vibrant and colorful and like I don't know, something about 50s fashion that's just so much more fun than today's. Today's fashion feels very bland in a lot of areas. Not to mention the fact that I really fucking hate fast fashion. I despise it. But seeing stuff from the 50s is like, it's a time when people slowed down. And it is ironic considering we live in a day and age that's constantly on the move, always on social media, sorry, and we're constantly following the latest trend. And I get it, I do. But fast fashion is something that I despise. And I decided that instead of constantly buying new stuff, I either buy secondhand or buy from a brand that's sustainable or make it myself. And I have been. If you saw my Instagram in 2024, around October, I made 3 dresses for Halloween, and they were so much fun to make. And it gave me that realization of like, I could do this. And I've looked into it, and I'm going to do it. So I'm shifting away from gaming and going into fashion. Now, for this channel specifically, I don't know if I'm going to keep it. I'd like to. Trust me, I would really, really like to. But I'm not sure if I can. Not because not because I don't know how to shift. I do. But it's because this channel was primarily a gaming channel. And now it's going to shift. If people want to follow me, awesome, fantastic. That would be amazing. But if they don't, I completely understand. You subscribe for one thing, you see something else, it's not to your liking, you decide not to follow it. I get that. And it's not an issue for me. But I do have another channel up currently for gaming. Not for gaming, for fashion, sorry. And it's called SugarPop by Fye. There is an Instagram. There will be a TikTok eventually, even though I hate the app, it does make sense to have it. So there will be a TikTok. There isn't any content on the YouTube as of yet. I will be getting all of that sorted. But if you want to follow me there, that would be very much appreciated. Thank you. Um, but yeah, it's going to be an exciting 2026. It's going to be a fun year, very interesting year, a very enjoyable year. So, unfortunately, like I said, this channel is probably not going to last much longer. This channel has been on life support for a while, and only because I haven't been uploading to it for ages, because I don't have the means to. And yeah, I could just do vlogs and updates, but there wasn't really much to talk about. A lot of it was sort of personal that I wanted to keep to myself. And a lot of it also was stuff that I had to come to terms with. So it was just that moment of I needed personal time away from, not so much away from the internet, but just outside of the internet, because I'm, again, not chronically online. I'm online a lot, but I just needed time away from social media, and I took a break from YouTube because the computer that I had just failed. But not only that, I never found the motivation to do it again because it never felt like it was enjoyable, but it never felt fulfilling. And now that I'm doing fashion, that feels fulfilling. That's enjoyable. I like doing that. That feels like something I could do forever. YouTube felt very limited, especially with the scope of games that were available. Not only that, it was still a case of I was playing games that I enjoyed, but to keep up with everything, I needed to play games that you guys enjoyed as well. And a lot of those ones I just didn't like. I didn't enjoy. Like, I dipped my toe into Fortnite once, and I don't like Fortnite, but I did it because a friend of mine wanted to. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna hate on it completely. I will try it. And we did have a good time. And, we won. It was great. But I still don't like the game. I still don't like that type of game. Like, I don't even like PUBG. I I enjoy it because it's less cartoony and it's less saturated in its colors, but I still don't like that type of game. It's I've never been one to play competitively, if that makes any sense. So I geared closer to solo games, and geared closer to ones that I grew up with, like Monsters Inc. Scare Island, Crash Bandicoot 3. When Crash 4 came out, I think that was the first time I played a brand new game. Actually, no, Below Zero. Subnautica Below Zero was another time. But they were games that I enjoyed. They were games that I loved. And when Crash 4 came out, it was like, my childhood has a sequel. um, but gaming became unfulfilling. Trying to come up with commentary on the fly, figuring out what games to play, but also the upkeep on that PC that I had was nuts. Like, I had to change components so many times, and it got too expensive for me. At least with fashion, there's a very easy barrier to entry. It's a very low barrier to entry, which is great, but also it's given me a creative outlet that I never had before. I can take bits of fabric and be like, "Ooh, I could do this with it," or I can use these scraps for something else, or I can do this with this type of fabric that's not necessarily meant for clothing, you know? And or actually, one of my more recent costumes that I made for drag it was supposed to be a candy cane, but it didn't fully work out. But not only that, I used tinsel as the stripes, which was really fun. And it's just given me that sense of creativity, being like, I would never have thought to use this as fabric, but I'm so glad I'm using it as fabric. Because it's just one of those things where it's like, that's fun. That's a lot of fun to do. Like, especially with costume making. With clothing, it's interesting. Like, I love 1950s clothing because it's so much more fun and vibrant. And making those Halloween dresses was like, this is cool. Seeing it all come together, that's really cool. And I love it. And again, it's given me that sense of creativity that I've never had before. And now that I found it, I'm not going to give that up. It is definitely one of those things where I don't see myself getting bored of it anytime soon. So, I'll try to keep this short. I'll probably finish it up because otherwise I'm going to blab on for too long. But this channel is no longer going to be about gaming. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it. If you've got suggestions on what I should do, let me know. Maybe we can make this a collaborative thing. Maybe this can just be a secondary channel where I read comments or I read Reddit stories, or, I do it as a progression thing where I pick up a new skill and I learn through this channel. Like my progress from starting it to becoming competent with it, and maybe that's what this channel becomes. Who knows? I'd like to keep it, but it just won't be gaming anymore. But if you want to follow me on my fashion side of this journey, I would love to see you there. So it is called SugarPop by Fye. There is some link somewhere. I don't remember how this works. I think it's in the description. But that is where I will be posting all my fashion stuff, from clothing to costumes to maybe wig styling, maybe. We'll see. But yeah. So SugarPop by Fee, there is a link somewhere to it. But if you want to follow me there, that would be amazing. And if you don't, I understand. You don't have to stick around for this part. You can hop off the bus at any time. But I'm looking forward to next year. I'm looking forward to this new adventure. I'm looking forward to seeing where this goes. And I hope you'll come along with me. So until next time, or if I see you at SugarPop, yay. But I'll see you in the next video, I guess, whenever that happens. And whichever channel that happens. I'll see you there.